Divided government. The voters have spoken, giving the U.S. House to the Democrats, with Republicans holding on to the Senate. Here this morning, our Republican political strategist, Jackie Bally, and Democratic strategist, Dallas Jones. We've got a great balance going on here. That's a good thing. Good morning to you both. And I see you respectively wearing your red and blue.
Absolutely.
So it speaks.
Purposely.
Yes. Okay. Let's talk about what's going on with the Speaker of the House possibly returning as Nancy Pelosi. What do we see here happening between her and President Trump? Do you feel like somehow they can mend fences and get anything done?
Yeah, is it legislate versus investigate? Nancy Pelosi, I will give her credit. She took a tone that she wanted to have a nonpartisan, a bipartisan way of working from here on out. You saw the president being very effective. The people he campaigned for, they won to a large degree. And people are resonating in a positive way with the economy. People are happy that we're moving forward. People don't want to see the divisiveness that we've seen in D.C. any longer. So we hope that they will actually do that as we're moving forward.
Well, you know, I think that the White House will set the tone. The White House has an agenda. They set that agenda. And I think how they work within an environment that is not natural to them, which is now that the House has been turned, is yet to be seen. This president has not shown that he welcomes people that contradict his positions. And so, you know, I can appreciate maybe Speaker Pelosi's tone and tenor.
And quickly, I just want to know if you think Republicans get anything done before they lose control. It's just a short amount of time.
Well,
that answers how you feel about it. How about you?
The president has mentioned that we are going to see more tax reforms coming, this time specifically aimed at the middle class. So we all should welcome that, regardless if you're a Democrat or a Republican. Again, the economy is a driving force as to why the president has been so successful. And so we should see something in that, as far as the economy, tax reform. That's something that, regardless if you're a Democrat or Republican, you should want for all residents and voters.
Let's turn quickly to the governor's race in Georgia. This was closely watched across the country. Stacey Abrams would have made history, or could make. She's demanding a recount as the first African-American and woman governor in our country. What do you think happens from here? Will she get that recount?
The irregularities in that race are daunting. I mean, from her opponent being the sitting Secretary of State, from the idea that there have been lawsuits filed, to there's so much that happened in that race, from people being turned away from all walks of life for various reasons. And so, you know, does that mean that Stacey Abrams becomes the governor of Georgia? I don't know. But what I do know is that there are questions about the process, and when democracy is in question, we have an obligation to make sure that we investigate that.
That's the only time we'll agree. I do believe she should have a recount, because when you have so many questions, you want to make sure that your victory is secure, and there are no doubts. I do not think she will be successful in her bid. I think that the Republican candidate will be the victor, but I think let's go ahead and have the recount so that there are no questions at all that there was a true Republican victory in that race.
If things changed at all with that recount, would it end up being I guess everyone coming back and having a runoff in December?
That's what she's pushing for.
Well,
that's what she's hoping for.
And look, I don't see that happening. We don't see that happen very often. I think the idea is about counting the ballots that were there, looking at any irregularities, but I don't see it. And again, big Stacey Abrams supporter, but I don't see that happening where you have the people of Georgia come back out and recast their ballots.
All right, well, it's good to have you both here. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
So much to talk about this morning, and I'm sure we're going to be picking your brains a whole lot more. All right, it's 7:36 right now. Coming up on Fox 26.